Alright, good morning. I promised I'd get to this last night, but I was out with friends. I got home later than I wanted. This is the cap. I think this is from my 92. You can see I've already kind of pulled it apart. I did that years ago. But what I wanted to show you was how this flap works. I don't know if you've seen it working. And then we'll pull it apart and see what is in there. To be honest, I've never pulled one of these apart. I'm laying in a rag here so that if that little spring shoots out or that little ball does, we won't lose it. So it's kind of the action of that cap. It goes up, you can hear the detent ball popping into place. It keeps it both up, which is about there, and then it keeps it down. And mine doesn't have any sort of anything it presses against. I think that's just because it's torn apart. So let's go ahead and I'll pull this out. I'm assuming it's just these two screws here. So bear with me as we'll take these out. Alright. So, oof. So pull out that screw right there. It's that plated one. I'll pull out this one. Assuming that you've got it apart already, that you know how this goes, but hopefully there's no others. Let's see. Alright, I don't know if it's tight or if I'm missing a third screw. But, oh, hey, check that out. When I did that, I got just enough room and got the spring in the ball. So I'm going to put this on a piece of paper so you can kind of see what it looks like. And then I can take a set of calipers if you want it, and I can measure this for you. I don't know if you can see that. Man, come on, focus, little camera. So this is tiny little spring, a tiny little ball. And man, I gotta find some calipers. If I had to guess, I'd say that spring is about 1/4 of an inch, and that ball is maybe 1/16 of an inch in diameter. Anyhow, that's kind of what it looks like, and that's what holds it in. And when I pulled that screw out, this slid right out of that little groove. I don't think you can probably see in there. Lighting in my workshop sucks, but it's a little groove right there, and it looks like the ball just slid in and then did the spring, and then this actually held that in place. So, all right, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'll put this thing in the mail to you, and actually send you all three, and hopefully you can get it back together or use some of the parts.